Hello everyone. Let's look at Crawl4ai, open source LLM friendly web crawler and scraper. Number one trending repository of the day, 32,000 stars as of the 6th of March 2025. So let's just read a bit about it. Crawl4ai, open source, flexible, built for real-time performance, empowers developer, blah blah blah. So I've installed it, tested it, and it does work. So yeah. Um, let's just read a bit about his personal story. So he was yeah, data scientist, NLP postgraduate, tried a paid for scraping as a service model. It charged him $16 and it was rubbish, so he built his own. Good man. So it's built for LLMs, creates smart, concise Markdown. So Markdown is fast becoming the de facto standard for delivers 6 times faster with real-time, cost-efficient performance. Right, before we go too detailed, which I'll just show you a quick start there. Don't jump ahead. The version that I installed straight off the bat scraped pages fine. I think the one they suggest was NBC News. I tried it with motorsport.com. Both worked fine. They present it as Markdown, and obviously you can just send that to a text file, whatever you want to do. The extract feature that asked for a large language model or API key, so then you would need to specify which model you're using, OpenAI, Claude, etc., and put in your API key. So nothing too scary there. That's what I did. You can do that basic crawl without any API keys or anything. This one, extract all product prices. So that's where it asked me for, so use LLM extraction with a specific question, which is fine. So Markdown generation, structured data, browser, blah, blah, blah. Let's actually look at what I've done. And this pip install -u Crawl4ai. I'm not going to read everything it is said here, but just be aware it installs request beautiful soup or your favorites, which is what you would expect. So it went on and did that for a while. Probably took a fair while. Progress bars, wheel, etc. Paperclip, pillow. Right. So then I got down to here, and it basically said it. I'm running Pop OS, which is effectively it uses most of the same commands as Ubuntu or Linux Mint, but it just did display Starlet SSE server-side events. Playwright. So it's built with Playwright. I don't know much about Playwright, but it works. So happy days. So it's using Ubuntu Jammy, and it did flash up an error message saying that it was going to just default to the Ubuntu version because I had Pop OS. So I also installed FFmpeg Playwright. Okay, downloading. There we go. Beware, your OS is not officially supported by Playwright. Downloading fallback build for Ubuntu 22.04. So if you're on Windows, then you're not interested in any of this, so you just want to skip to the good bit, which is Chromium headless shell, blah, blah, blah. Playwright installation completed successfully. Starting database initialization. Database backup created. Starting database migration. Complete, no records processed. Right. Crawl4ai Doctor. So on the GitHub page, it said to run this, which I did, and it gave me an error. And I thought, oh no, it's probably because I'm using Pop OS, etc. So what it does is it testing crawling capabilities, and it goes to this site. But this site, Crawl4ai, I'm not criticizing it, but this is just a fact. The site doesn't load. 504 gateway timeout. So anyway, I thought, well, that's a bit sad because it looks like a really popular repo. So I just tried it anyway. It worked. So don't worry about the doctor thing. I'm sure they'll fix it ASAP. So yeah. Right. So the suggested link was NBC News, which had some pretty dire news articles on there, but they were from today talking about the, I don't know, just, yeah. I don't want to offend anyone, so I'm not going to say anything. IE11 is not supported. For an optimal experience, visit our site on another browser. Okay. Oh, that's an NBC News message. So, yeah, we don't really care about that. So, politics, Washington, editors' picks, blah, 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 Facebook. So, this is the result from this scrape presented as Markdown. And obviously, you just pipe that to a file and then you'd feed it into, you modeled it, your training or whatever. So, yeah, that was NBC. If I keep going, you can see all the Elon Musk meets lawmakers, blah, blah, blah. To be honest, that could be any day at the moment, couldn't it? But uh, yeah, let's go through that. To be honest, I don't pay any attention to the news anymore because it's too depressing. But let's just skip to the next one that I did, which was, here we go, motorsport.com and Crawl4ai 0.5, not 0.2 post 2. So crawl, CRWL space, then the URL you want to scrape, then dash O, lowercase o, and then that's output as Markdown. So I can tell it's from today because it was having articles which I hadn't seen yesterday. I know that's not great logic, but yeah, it's got lots of stuff about 2025. So let's just jump to the end. And that took 1.23 seconds to scrape all of that. Sorry, no, that was the previous one. But here I ask it to find all mentions of, so that was using the queue for the query. No default LLM provider configured. Provider format. So I told it OpenAI GPT-4, and then it asked for the token, and then it gave an error. So I didn't want to start using tokens. So that is a quick overview. So that's the doctor thing again. Let me just make that bigger. Let's just clear, and I'll right now let's run. What should we scrape? bbc.com. I don't even know about the BBC anymore. I don't care about them. msn.com -o Markdown, and I'll just show you it running. And it takes longer than 1 second to display the output, but you'll see total 1.09 seconds. And why didn't that? Okay, let's do that again. I don't know why it didn't crawl. Why was that different? Crawl. Let's just do we'll do NBC again because that seemed to work fine. We'll just do sport and then Markdown. Tell you what we could do is then we could pipe that to result.md, and that should complete. It'll say 1 second, but it's obviously doing some sort of stuff in the background as well. So let's just go. Let's but we've got a result. There we go. Oh, that's nice. And if you do it, if you send it through bat, it looks a bit more presentable. So NBC News Sport, 3.8 seconds. That was to fetch it. That's NBC News error again. So that's just like the header and stuff, isn't it? Let's actually find the body. Oh, page not found. Okay. Hmm. Jury's out on that. Let's try something else. So um, think of a site quickly. BBC.com Markdown result. Uh, so if you look at the GitHub repo, there's lots of information about, or you can see how it's built. Um, Async IO features everywhere. So if you've done scraping before and you've not used Async IO, that's probably a good thing to learn. Results. There we go. So all the usual. Rubbish, 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 lies, lies, lies. Oh, there we go. There's a new story. More depressing house inflation. Glastonbury headliners. Okay. Oh, what was this? Hang on. I don't know what that was. The beauty of doing a well, it's not a live stream, but I'm not editing this because it takes forever on an old laptop. So I'm just going to scroll through this and just find some actual news other than links. But you can see it's working. So I don't need to labour the point. But if you're interested, just go and support the site. Give it a star on GitHub. Um, so it's found loads and loads of links. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's uplifting stories. Yeah, uplifting stories to uplift you after reading all the depressing stories that they deliberately brainwash everyone with. Sorry, I'm not a fan of the news. Anyway, you can see it's recent. Yeah, so there we go. I think if let's try. Okay, let's actually try and visit a link just before we round this up. Let's find a link to an article and we'll actually scrape that. So, oh, here we go. More depressing about the welfare budget. Right, let's scrape that then. Actually, do a proper page rather than just the home page. There was a pipe symbol in there. What the news articles? BBC Two. So that's actually going to scrape one of the articles. Hopefully, we'll get some meaningful text in that rather than just a whole bunch of links. So yeah, Playwright is what's running all of this under the bonnet. So I don't know hardly anything about Playwright, but I'm aware it's popular and it works. So let's just do that result. BBC2 MD. And as always, we seem to get all of this. I'm sure there's probably a way to filter out that, but Chancellor telling lies as usual. Chancellor lies, lies, lies. But there we go. We've actually got the body of the article. So yeah, I'd say if you visit the BBC, it's basically a whole bunch of lies, and I'll probably get told off for that, but being too controversial. But trust me, it is lies. Read George Orwell 1984. On that bombshell, thanks for watching, and yeah, Gateway timeout. Don't worry about that. It works. It's good. The other thing you could try is actually crawling rather than scraping. You could try getting files. Um, If you connect it up to your LLM, screenshots as well, perhaps. Extract images, audio, videos, responsive image. So I think I'll research this and come back. There's also you can open up in Colab, but then if you wanted to use it with an LLM, you'd still have to put in your API key, and I'm not a big fan of putting my API key into Google Colab or into the public. There's also Docker deployment. Docker's coming. Anyway, there we go. Crawl4ai. I'd encourage everyone to check it out. And yeah, it looks very promising. Well, it's more than promising. It's works. So thanks for watching. See you soon.